Right now, in the land of Israel, something strange, something prophetic is unfolding. If you were standing there today, right on the ancient stones of the Mount of Olives, you would see it with your own eyes. The cracks. Not just tiny fractures, but long, visible splits in the pathways, the roads, and even parts of the hillside. And the question people around the world are asking is simple but chilling. Is the earth preparing itself for the return of Jesus Christ? Before we dive into this powerful revelation, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, because what you are about to watch is deeply connected to Bible prophecy, end times archaeology, and the most important event in human history, the second coming of Jesus. You do not want to miss what God is revealing in this season. Now, let's take a slow, careful walk through prophecy, history, and the shocking signs unfolding today on the Mount of Olives. The Mount of Olives stands just east of Jerusalem's Old City. To the ordinary eye, it doesn't look like the largest or tallest mountain, but to anyone who knows Scripture, this hill is one of the most spiritually charged places on earth. It watches over the Temple Mount. It overlooks the city of God. Its slopes hold some of the most powerful moments recorded in the Bible. King David once climbed this mountain weeping, fleeing from his son Absalom, 2 Samuel 15:30. Centuries later, the prophet Ezekiel saw the glory of God leave the temple and rest upon this very ridge, Ezekiel 11:23. And this sacred hill is where Jesus himself walked, prayed, taught, and wept over Jerusalem. It was here that Jesus wept, saying, "If you had only known what would bring you peace." Luke 19:42. It was here that he delivered the prophecy of the end of the age, Matthew 24, also known as the Olivet Discourse. And it was here that Jesus ascended into heaven. The disciples watched him rise, watched the clouds receive him, and then heard the angel declare one of the most powerful promises of all time. This same Jesus will come back in the same way you saw him go. Acts 1:11. That means his feet are returning to the Mount of Olives. This is not symbolic. This is literal scripture. And if that wasn't enough, the prophet Zechariah tells us what will happen the moment his feet touch that mountain again. His feet will stand on the Mount of Olives, and the mountain will split in two from east to west. Zechariah 14:4. So, when people in Israel begin posting videos and photos of cracks forming, visible splits running along the ground, how can believers not pay attention? How can anyone ignore it? The Mount of Olives is not just a Christian landmark. It's a mountain that carries the faith of nations. For Jews, this mountain is a burial site where thousands of ancient graves face Jerusalem. They believe Messiah will come from this direction, and those buried here will be the first to rise at his appearing. For Muslims, the mountain is connected to the Day of Judgment, a place where final destinies are weighed. Christians, Jews, and Muslims all point to this same mountain for the events of the last days. 3 religions, 1 hill, 1 prophecy. No wonder the world is watching. If you stand on the Mount of Olives and look across the Kidron Valley, your eyes will immediately find the most mysterious gate in Jerusalem, the Eastern Gate, also known as the Golden Gate. But here's the strange part. It's sealed shut, completely bricked closed with massive stones. This isn't an accident. History records that when the Ottoman Turks controlled Jerusalem in the 1500s, they sealed the gate, some say to stop the Jewish Messiah from entering the city, as if bricks could stop the King of Kings. Ezekiel even mentions this gate. This gate shall remain shut, because the Lord, the God of Israel, has entered through it. Ezekiel 44:2. But prophecy also tells us it won't stay closed forever. The Messiah will enter through it in his glory, and here is where everything comes together. Beneath the Mount of Olives, running through the Kidron Valley and directly under the Golden Gate, is a major geological fault line, a literal break in the earth. Engineers, geologists, and archaeologists have studied it for decades. Now, new reports say cracks are appearing, in the mountain, in the roadways, and even in parts of the walls near the Golden Gate. It is as if the ground itself is slowly shifting, preparing for something. Yet what is happening today? Signs, shaking, and prophetic alignment. Scientists in Israel have confirmed that the Mount of Olives has areas that are shifting. Over time, visible cracks have appeared, small landslides have occurred, and earthquakes, though minor, have been recorded. Some of this can be explained by natural causes, erosion, underground water movement, tectonic shifts. But believers notice something else: the direction of the cracks. Many of them run east to west. Just as Zechariah prophesied the mountain would split. Coincidence? Maybe. Prophetic alignment? Maybe more than we think. Because Jerusalem sits on a major earthquake fault that stretches through the Jordan Rift Valley, a region known throughout history for powerful seismic activity. Could the earth be preparing for the exact event Scripture describes? Could the cracks be the earliest signs of something the prophets saw thousands of years ago? We can't say for certain, but we can say this: the Mount of Olives is shifting, the Golden Gate is cracking, the fault line beneath Jerusalem is active, and prophecy says Jesus will return to this exact place. If this doesn't make you pause, if this doesn't make you reflect, if this doesn't make you prepare your soul, then what will? Your turn. Comment, like, and subscribe. Do you believe these cracks are connected to prophecy? Do you think Jesus is coming soon? Let me know in the comments below, because your voice matters in this community. And if you want more videos and video about biblical prophecy, Israel, and the return of Jesus Christ, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. The signs are unfolding, history is shaking, and the King is on his way.